Laura, is Ivy at home?
She's out with her friends. She's going to study at the library.
Wow, that's commendable, even on a day off. When I was a kid, I used to play all day during holidays.
Well, she's serious like me, you know. She's smart and truly a daughter to be proud of.
But she's only in the 5th grade. I think it would be okay if she were a little more mischievous.
Girls grow up faster, you know. They mature at a totally different speed than boys. Once she hits middle school, she'll probably start saying, "Dad, you're so uncool."
Oh, I wouldn't like that. Come to think of it, I feel like my calls and messages with Ivy have been decreasing lately. She used to call me almost every day.
It's been 2 years since you went to work alone in Nebraska. Well, it's just a matter of getting used to it. And you are coming home quite often.
Often? Only during New Year's, the end of the year, and vacation, right?
See, you are coming home quite often, and you take paid leave on Ivy's birthday and our wedding anniversary, don't you?
Well, I should do at least that much. After all, I'm forced to work in a faraway place. I have to use my leave properly.
Well, it would have been nice if we could live there too.
It can't be helped. I was supposed to come back home anyway, and it would change Ivy's environment. She's having a good time surrounded by good friends.
That's true. She might also apply to a private school, but your work assignment there will be over soon.
That's the only thing I'm looking forward to. Laura, I've put you through a lot, huh? Thank you for maintaining our family while I'm away.
What are you talking about? It's not over yet.
Yeah, but still, I thought I should mention it anyway.
Besides, Ivy is no longer a handful. It wasn't that hard. Well, I do get a little troubled when bugs show up. It takes time for both Ivy and me to get rid of them.
So, the only time you miss me is when bugs appear?
Just kidding. Oh, sorry. I need to get going soon.
Huh? Going somewhere?
Of course, I do have places to go. Are you going to stay home all day even though it's your day off, Tom?
I don't have any shopping or anything today.
You're going to leave Nebraska soon. Why don't you do some sightseeing or something? You have a car, so you can go many places.
I'd like to go sightseeing with you all.
You really can't stand being alone.
No, it's not like that. I just think it's better to enjoy with my family.
All right. I'm going out now.
Okay, take care. Hey, Laura. Has anything happened to Ivy?
Huh? Why do you ask?
When I texted Ivy today saying I'd call her tonight, she said she didn't want to talk to me.
She's finally hit puberty.
What? Already? Isn't it supposed to start in middle school? Or rather, that's too sudden.
Girls tend to grow up faster in many ways. I told you before.
Is that so? There's really nothing wrong, right?
Nothing's wrong. She's just as usual.
I did feel our interactions have been decreasing a bit recently, but I never thought I'd be outright rejected. I'm feeling incredibly lonely.
Most girls tend to harbor a dislike towards their fathers. It can't be helped.
Really? I wonder if I did something wrong that hurt her feelings.
You can't do such a thing while living apart. Or maybe your contacts were too annoying?
I don't think I've been that persistent.
Well, it's just that time of her life. It's a normal part of growing up. You don't have to overthink.
It's so hard not to see her until Thanksgiving in this situation.
Tom, you do know that Ivy is already in 5th grade, right? You shouldn't fuss over her too much.
She's still in 5th grade, though, and I'm not fussing over her. I've only been calling once a week.
Once a week seems quite often to me.
I enjoyed playing games with her over the phone.
Maybe she has a crush on someone.
A crush? No way. She's still in elementary school. That's way too early.
Not at all. It's perfectly normal. The county fair will be held soon. I'm sure she'll enjoy a little summer romance this year.
Please stop. I don't want to hear about it.
Aren't you happy that your daughter is growing up?
I'm happy about her growth, but in my mind, she is still a cute little angel.
I worry about what the future holds after seeing your reaction. She might start giving you the cold shoulder when you come back. You better be prepared.
Somehow, I'm having a strong pain in my stomach.
You need to let go a bit. This is a good chance since you're away. If you act as usual, she'll come back around.
Is that so?
Yes, that's how it is.
There's really nothing wrong, right?
Nothing, so relax.
Okay, I understand. I'll refrain from calling her for a while.
Yeah, do that. I'll try to find out, too.
No, that's fine. If she noticed, she might dislike me even more.
Really? Then I won't ask her anything.
Yeah, I'll get back to work.
Alright, good luck with your work. Girls are bound to change. Don't get too down about it.
Tom, long time no see. Are you still working away from home?
Yeah, I am. But I'll go back home within half a year. So I'm looking forward to that. Although I'm a bit hesitant.
Hesitant?
Listen to me, Carl. My daughter has finally hit puberty. She told me the other day that she didn't want to talk to me over the phone.
For a dad who adores his daughter like you, that's a huge problem, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. That's why I'm frantically reading all kinds of books on how not to be disliked by one's daughter.
Come to think of it, my sister was like that too. When she was in middle school, she used to say things like, "Don't wash my laundry with Dad's."
I guess it's normal, huh?
Isn't it? But my younger sister wasn't like that, so I guess it depends on the kid.
I see.
But more than that, I wanted to ask you something. Is your daughter okay? She was rushed to the hospital, wasn't she?
Huh? Hospital?
I heard she was brought to the hospital where my wife works. She's got a pretty bad injury, right?
What? Ivy got injured?
Yeah. Did it happen yesterday? No, the day before? She's in the hospital after the accident, right?
What are you talking about? My daughter didn't have an accident.
Tom, are you okay? You're not escaping from reality or something, are you?
No, it's not her for sure. I haven't heard any such news. I talked to Laura yesterday as usual. There's no way she wouldn't tell me if Ivy had an accident, right?
Well, that's true. But my wife said it was indeed your daughter. She has a great memory. And we went camping together 3 years ago, remember? So I don't think she's mistaken.
Is Ivy really in the hospital?
Yeah, I think that's for sure.
Then why didn't Laura tell me? Huh, she should tell me, right?
I don't know why she didn't tell you. But in most cases, wouldn't it be because she didn't want you to know? Hold on, I'll call her again.
Okay. You said it was an accident, right?
Yeah, my wife doesn't seem to know the details. But it seems she was involved in a traffic accident and was brought in late at night.
Late at night? Is she okay? Is she conscious?
Sorry. I didn't ask about that.
I'm going back home right now. Please let me know when you find out more.
Got it. If you're driving home, don't rush. It wouldn't be funny if you had an accident too. I'll do anything necessary, so let me know if there's anything else I can do.
Tom, I haven't heard from you for several days. Are you okay? You're alive, right?
Yes, I am.
Good to hear that. You used to contact me at least once a day. I was worried when you suddenly stopped calling me. Were you down because of Ivy?
Yes, that's right.
You really do take things seriously when it comes to Ivy.
This is the situation. It's serious.
You're overreacting. Rejecting their father is like a rite of passage for girls.
What I'm talking about is her accident.
What?
She was in an accident and was taken to the hospital in the middle of the night, right?
How did you know?
A friend's wife works at the hospital. You know, Carl's. We went camping together before, remember?
Now that you mention it, she did say she was a nurse.
So why didn't you tell me?
I'm sorry. I didn't want to worry you, Tom. You were already upset about being unable to call her, right? I thought if I told you about the accident, you would rush home. So I thought I would wait and see.
You kept such a serious matter from me. Ivy broke her leg, didn't she? You should have told me.
Actually, she and I had a bit of an argument. And then she stormed out of the house. I was so angry at the time, I told her not to come back. So I couldn't tell you. I'm sorry.
You were afraid of being blamed, so you didn't tell me, huh?
I'm really sorry.
Enough is enough. Let's get a divorce.
What? A divorce? Because I had a fight with her and kicked her out. Wait, I admit I was wrong to hide it. But the accident wasn't my fault, was it?
No, I think it's your fault. She found out you having an affair and confronted you, right? She was mad at you and said she'd tell me the truth, right? That's what led to the argument, I heard.
Did you hear that from her?
Yeah, I heard from Carl that she was hospitalized. I rushed straight to the hospital. Then she told me everything. You threatened her, didn't you, saying that if she spilled the beans, her comfortable life would end? You even lied that I was having an affair here.
I never said such a thing.
Even if you deny it, I believe her. She ran out of home in shock and then had the accident. I'm sure her accident is your fault.
I'm not having an affair. She made it up.
You thought you were safe because you deleted the incriminating photos from her phone? Too bad. A friend of hers took those photos, and they're still on her friend's phone.
What?
Since I got back here, I had someone look into you for a few days. You were staying at your lover's house instead of visiting Ivy in the hospital, weren't you? Your daughter is seriously injured. How dare you? It's fine, though, because I could spend time with her without you noticing it. But you are doing the most terrible thing as a person and as a parent. You know that? I can't stay married to such a woman anymore.
Tom, I'm sorry. I was lonely. I thought I'd hold on a little longer until you come back. But I needed human touch once in a while.
I don't care about that. I'm not interested.
Please listen. I'm not making excuses, but I've only met him a few times, so it's not like I'm serious or anything.
So it's okay because it was just a fling?
That's not what I mean.
But you're saying so. I might not have chosen to divorce if it was just the affair. But Ivy knows about it. And you're the one who drove her to the edge, right?
I am sorry.
I do appreciate that you took care of the household chores and looked after my daughter while I was away, but we can't live together anymore. You also lied, saying you've only met the guy a few times. I caught him and read your messages. It's been more than 6 months, hasn't it?
Tom, please forgive me. I was panicking too. I never thought Ivy would catch me cheating. I swear I'll never do it again. I'll make up for it in any way I can. Please, just don't divorce me.
If Ivy hadn't found out and there hadn't been an accident, I would have considered it. But I can't anymore. I don't think she needs a mother who puts her in this situation.
I'll apologize to her too.
She said she doesn't want to see you ever again. You betrayed your family and even lied about me having an affair. She said you're not her mom anymore.
I'm sorry. I was really stupid. Please forgive me. Please.
If you were truly sorry, you'd be by Ivy's side taking care of her. I don't recall marrying someone who would meet another man while our daughter was suffering. The one who changed wasn't her, it was you. We then talked about the way forward with both sets of parents. Everyone but my wife was against our divorce. She reluctantly signed the divorce paper and was immediately taken away by her parents. Thanks to Ivy's strong preference, I was awarded full custody. Laura's lover was someone from her part-time job. I heard she ended up in a relationship after going out for drinks and started meeting frequently. Ivy discovered the affair when she came home early from hanging out with friends and saw her mother getting out of his car. She felt something was off and decided to investigate. It was just fun and games, like playing detective at first. So when she actually saw her mother cheating, she was too shocked to move. One of her friends took a picture for her, she explained to me through tears. When her mother told her I was cheating too, she could find no place to return to. I can never forgive my ex-wife for what she's done to Ivy. After her parents took her away, she was kicked out of their house. She occasionally contacts me saying she has no one to turn to and can't survive without any job. But I couldn't care less what happens to her, and I have no intention of helping her. What she did to us was that terrible. Unless she bothers Ivy, I have no interest in whatever sort of life she leads. Half a year has passed since then, and Ivy's injuries have healed. I immediately stopped working away from home and moved in with Ivy. With my family's and her friends' support, she is a cheerful girl again. I get home as early as possible and spend more quality time with her. While it's hard to completely erase the sadness, I'm determined to create lots of happy memories from now on to heal her wounded feelings, and to clearly show her that there is love that will never betray her.
Sweetie, I know that usually on Tuesdays you stay at mine, but could we swap that to yours for tonight? A pipe has burst in my apartment, so it's basically unlivable. I've got people coming to fix it, but they won't be able to sort it out for a couple of days, so I have no water either.
Hey, honey, yeah, that's fine. What happened, though? Is there anything I can do to help? I'm not the handiest of men, but I know my way around a tool or two.
Oh, no, it's okay. Like I said, the maintenance guy is coming round. I just need somewhere to stay for a few days.
Oh, yeah, sure, that's fine. Bring as much stuff as you need. I'll make some space in my wardrobe for you.
Thanks. I can't believe this has happened to me, though. It's just typical. At the worst time as well, as it's going to cost me a load of money that I don't really have to pay to have it fixed.
I know how you feel. I remember when I was in college, in my first rental flat, the heating went off completely, and I had to get a guy to come out and fix it ASAP, because it was winter. My landlord refused to pay for it, so I had to pay for it myself. I had to live off of toast and porridge for quite a while after that.
Yeah, I might have to do that after I've paid for this.
Well, here's an idea. Why don't you move in with me? I mean, I've been thinking about it for a while now, so it's not just a spur-of-the-moment thing, but I figured we always spend the week either at your place or at mine, and I just don't see the point in that, you know? If we just got our own place, then we could share the rent costs and all the bills, so it would be much cheaper for both of us, if you want to.
Hang on. Do you mean, like, live together? That kind of moving in with one another? Like, we'd be in the same house, together all of the time?
Well, yeah, that's kind of what living together means.
Oh.
Do you not want to? It's okay if not. I don't want to force you into anything.
No, it's not that.
What's wrong then?
It's just, well, I've never had to live with another person before. Except for my family, obviously. But since moving out, it's just been me. I think it'd just be a bit weird is all.
Oh, well, there's no need to worry about that. I mean, it probably will be a little weird for the first few weeks or a couple of months. We've both gotten used to living on our own and adhering to our own rules, so we'll have to learn how to work together and perhaps change a few things so that we don't get annoyed with one another, but I think it would be a good thing if we did it. I mean, we have been dating for 2 years now. A lot of couples have moved in together by this point.
I suppose. But what if you do something that I don't like? We could get into a huge argument which could lead us to breaking up. And then, because we've sold our apartments to buy a joint one, either one of us or neither of us will have somewhere to live. It's a big risk.
Well, that's a bit of a worst case scenario, don't you think? I mean, it would have to be a pretty bad argument for us to break up over it.
Yeah, but it could happen. Plus, where would all of my stuff go? I've got lots of things, so I would need a lot of space to store it all.
We can find somewhere for it to go. It wouldn't be a problem at all. After all, we could look for a place together that has quite a bit of space for the both of us. Or we could make space in either one of our places. It would be quite doable. But you seem quite hesitant. So if you don't like the idea, we don't have to do it.
Well, say I agree. How would we afford this new place then, if we looked for it?
We'd have to put our money together, especially if the new place is bigger than what either of us have at the minute, as it'll obviously cost more. But considering we've both got full-time jobs, it shouldn't be too bad.
Hang on. So you're saying that I'd have to pay for the new place as well?
Well, yeah, obviously, I'm not earning enough to pay for a whole apartment for 2 people all by myself.
Well, how much do you make? Annually, I mean.
Why does that matter?
If we're going to be getting a place together, I'd like to know how much we have so I can know the price range of the places we can look at.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. So, does this mean that you want to move in together?
I guess. Though, if I do this, then I need to know that you're committed to me.
What do you mean?
I'm 28, and I'm not getting any younger, so I need to know that you want to be with me forever, and that you won't leave me, or whatever.
So, like marriage?
Yeah, I would like to get married soon and possibly have children, and I would like for their dad to be around to help look after them and raise them. So I need to know that you're serious about being with me if we do this.
You don't need to worry about that, Jill. I'm more than committed to being with you. There's no other woman that I want to be with, and if you'd have me, I'd marry you tomorrow if you wanted to.
Wait, did you just propose to me over text?
I guess I did. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do it like that. I would have had it all planned out and romantic and everything, but I guess, as I've asked, if you wanted to give me a little indication as to whether you'd say yes or not, just so I'm not as nervous when the time comes for me to do it properly.
Being nervous of the answer is kind of the whole point of proposing, though. But I guess that I could give you a hint or something. But first, I'd need to know how much money you earned on a yearly basis.
Bit of an odd ask, but I earn about $40,000 a year after taxes. What about you?
40,000? That's it?
What do you mean, that's it? It's quite a lot of money if you think about it. Considering I've only been at this job for a couple years, I've moved up the ranking quicker than anybody else in the company.
That doesn't matter. You only earn 40,000? How can you expect me to live off of that? It's like barely 3,000 a month.
That's a lot of money to live off of in a month, Jill, especially considering that the rent and bills will be half between us, meaning you'll have to pay for half of them. On average, if you take $1,000 off for rent, payments, and bills, we'd still have $2,000 to live off of for the month, and that's not including your salary. There's still a lot of people much worse off than that.
I don't care about other people. I have gotten used to a way of living, and I can't be expected to give it up now. You'll have to pay all of the rent and bills so that I can use my money to buy the things I want and do the things I want to do.
I can't do that. It'll be way too expensive. Especially as a bigger place will cost more. I'll have no money left for myself or for other expenses. If we're gonna move in together, you're gonna have to pay half.
Ugh, if you think that I'm going to move in with someone who earns such a little amount of money, you are dead wrong. Let alone marry them, no way.
Wait, you're saying you don't want to get married now?
Definitely not. At least not to you. I'm not going to waste any time on a poor person. I'm pretty enough that I will be able to find a rich guy or celebrity of some kind and live a life of luxury. Something that you, apparently, can't provide. How come you never told me that you were so destitute?
I'm not destitute. I earn quite a decent amount.
Uh-huh. Sure you do. Look, I'm not going to be with someone who doesn't earn enough money to afford me a life of comfort. I mean, a bare minimum I would accept someone making is around $80,000, and that's literally a starting point. Had I known how much you were earning from the start, well, I don't think this relationship would have gone on for as long as it has.
Oh wow, so you're basically telling me that the only reason you were with me was for my money? You don't want to work in life and you thought that I was your paycheck to a comfier and less hard life, huh? So that you don't have to work and you can just go out and spend your time and money however you please. Is that right?
So what if it is? It's not a crime to want an easy life, is it? It's only the smart thing to do. Finding someone who already has a lot of money so that I don't have to do all of the hard work to get it. Loads of other people do it.
Ah, so you're a gold digger. That explains a lot.
I'm not a gold digger. I'm just someone who knows what they like and what they want out of life. I can't help it if that's the expensive things. I just have good taste, and I deserve to be with a man who can actually afford to buy me the things I want. Just because you can't do that isn't my fault.
But I've only been at my job for a couple of years, so it stands to reason that I'll just climb up higher in the company as the years pass by, meaning that my wage will get higher as well.
A couple of years? You really think that I can wait years for you to start earning even a half-decent wage? No thank you. Either you need to quit that job and find a new one that pays at least $80,000, or you will lose me entirely. Your choice.
There's no job anywhere that I'm qualified for anyway that'll let me just waltz in and start earning $80,000 a year. It's just not possible. Plus, I like my job. I like the people I work with, and I like what I do. I think it's interesting.
And that's why you'll never amount to anything. You're too happy to be just a simple worker, not aspiring to earn more or elevate yourself in any way. It's pathetic, and I am not going to stay with someone who is pathetic. So, if your choice is to stay where you are, then I'm going to go and find myself someone who can actually facilitate the kind of life that I want.
You know what? Fine then. If our relationship means so little to you, if all you're bothered about is money, then maybe it is best if we split up. I don't think I would want to marry someone so selfish and one-track minded anyway.
If that's what you need to tell yourself to help you get over me, then fine. But we both know I'm the best thing that will ever happen to you, and you will never find anyone like me again. Shame what being poor can do.
I think I'll be fine. Goodbye, Jill.
Bye then. Hello, Chris. How are you? It's been a while.
Hello? Who is this?
Oh, you don't need to pretend, I know you know who it is. I mean, how could you forget me so quickly?
Honestly, I really don't know who this is, so you need to either tell me who it is, or I'm just gonna block your number.
It's me, Jill.
Oh, Jill, I should have guessed with that self-important attitude. What are you messaging me for? It's been 3 years already.
Oh, I know. I just agreed to get married though, and I couldn't help but think about you. Because we almost got married.
Well, congratulations, I guess. I hope he makes you happy.
Yeah, I mean, Mike is a bit older than me, but it's not too bad. He's a builder with his own company, so he earns a decent amount of money. Who knew guys were so sensitive and picky nowadays, though? You'd think that anyone would be dying to be with me, considering how beautiful I am. But they all said they couldn't stand my personality. How rude is that?
Uh-huh.
But anyway, he earns more than you, so I've still upgraded there, wouldn't you say? LOL.
Not really, no.
My boyfriend earns $80,000 per year. I feel like you don't even try.
My yearly income is $120,000 now.
Huh? What do you mean you earn $120,000 now?
Exactly what I said. That's my yearly income.
But how? That's not possible. You were just a lowly poor worker. You shouldn't have that much money.
I told you that I'd only just started at my job and that if given a few years, I would be able to move up in the company, which would increase my pay as well. Although I'm surprised as well that it's only taken me 3 years to get this far. Apparently, I'm the best employee this company's had in years. I think I might even be up for another promotion again soon, which of course means an increase in pay again.
You told me it would take years for you to earn that much money.
No, I said that it could take me years, but that I would definitely progress. You were the one who said that she couldn't be bothered to wait. You wanted me to be earning a ridiculous amount straight away, and it just wasn't possible.
Well, maybe I was a bit hasty. I mean, I was just trying to incentivize you to work harder so that you could progress quicker. And it definitely worked, didn't it? I mean, you've climbed up the company so quickly just to impress me. And I can honestly say that I am impressed. So, I accept your proposal. We can get married now. Isn't that great news for you?
What?
I'm saying yes to your proposal.
Jill, I asked that over 3 years ago, and you said no because I was too poor for you. I'm not gonna marry you now simply because you like the fact that I have a bit of money now. I really don't want someone so shallow as my wife, not to mention that you literally just told me that you're already engaged to this Mike guy.
I can easily get rid of him. You don't need to worry about that. What's important is that we can finally be together like we should have always been.
No, I'm not marrying you.
You can't say no. Only I can say no. You have to marry me. I want to live a life of luxury and you can buy that for me, so you need to give it to me.
Okay, firstly, I would never marry someone just so that they can laze around, not work and spend all my money on whatever they want. And secondly, I'm already married.
What? You can't be married? I can't believe you cheated on me like that.
I haven't cheated on you. We weren't even together for the last 3 years.
Well, you'll just have to divorce her then. But make sure that she doesn't get all of your money in the divorce, as that would just be a waste.
I'm not gonna divorce my wife. I love her, and she's such an amazing woman that I would have to be insane to divorce her for you. She's sweet and kind and very caring. She's backed me up and supported me through thick and thin, and I couldn't think of a better partner in life. Unlike you, you'd probably just keep demanding that I work until I drop, just so that you can have as much money as you can. I'm not willing to get into a relationship like that.
But Chris...
Nope. Anyway, I'm a very busy person, so I'm gonna go. I'm also gonna block your number, so don't bother trying to message me again. Good luck in your marriage. See ya.
No, wait, Chris. You can't do this.
Jill tried multiple times to contact me again and try to convince me to divorce my wife, but that was never gonna happen. I blocked all of her communication channels and even alerted her to the fact that I would get a restraining order if she didn't leave me alone. After that, she left me alone and, I presume, married her boyfriend Mike. All I can say is that I hope he knows what he's in for. As for me, I'm continuing to do well in my job and I've even been put up for another promotion. My wife and I are also doing really good in our relationship, so much so that we're even expecting a baby. I really am grateful for how my life has turned out, as it is perfect. It just goes to show that hard work and finding someone who supports you in everything you do really will get you far in life.